What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day today and I hope it gets even better from watching this video. Today I am a little bit sick, so I'm gonna try to cut out all the sniffling and keep my energy up, but if it's a bit lower than usual, that is why, and I apologize in advance, but I'm so excited to film this video. I've been wanting to film it for weeks now, so the show must go on and here we are. So today we're chatting all about how to find your authentic personal style so you can always look put together, glowing, like the best version of you. So we're gonna figure out what looks good on you, what works for you, but most importantly, what makes you feel really, really amazing and confident, because of course, that's the most important part. And also, if you do figure out what your personal style is, it does make getting dressed in the morning so much easier. You don't have a lot of those I have nothing to wear moments. And also, it actually helps you to save money because you're not hopping on every single trend that you see. Or let's say you see a girl on Instagram and she looks amazing in this dress and you buy it and then it doesn't work for you. Or maybe you buy something and you wear it twice and then never put it on again. So it helps you to save money, to have a more minimal closet maybe if that's what you want, or at least a closet that really works for you, that reflects your personality, your lifestyle, your ideal glowing but authentic self. I have a lot of tips and tricks and little exercises, so you can obviously do all of these if you want to, or you can pick and choose whatever you want. I'm just gonna present you everything that I think is very, very useful and helpful when you're trying to figure out your style. Okay, before we jump into all the tips and tricks, I wanted to show you some pieces I picked up from LILYSILK. So I thought we'd do a little try on haul so you can get some ideas for styling, some outfit ideas, and they also gave me a discount code. So you can use the code Nika20 to get 20% off of everything on their website, but they have really, really amazing high quality pieces with beautiful materials like silk and cashmere. And I feel like that can really help you to have a beautiful style if you find those brands that really work for you, that have really high quality pieces that will last you a very long time. Okay, so this is how the top looks like. It's obviously off the shoulder, navy blue and silk, so it really looks and feels so luxurious and nice. It comes with this belt, which I've just tied up in the back, but you can also wear it without the belt for a more casual loose vibe. I just styled it with some wide leg pants and then also a little purse. Then we have this gorgeous kind of slim fitted 100% cashmere cowl neck sweater. I love this color on me. I feel like an ice princess, but it's so soft. The quality is so amazing. It's still a bit cold in Denmark, so I would just pair it with a nice long coat, a little tote bag, and it's really nice because it obviously keeps you warm because it's cashmere, but it's still pretty thin, so you don't look like a giant mushroom walking around, you know? So I really, really, really love this piece so much. Then we have this 100% merino wool navy sweater. It's kind of giving lady jacket vibes, so it's really nice because you can dress it up or dress it down. I'm obviously wearing it in a very casual way with some sneakers, straight leg jeans, but it's super soft and comfortable. It has some gold buttons with their logo engraved, so it's super high quality. Then I also wanted to try out their one size fits most wireless silk bra. It's made out of 95% silk, so it feels so nice on the skin. It's stretchy, it's really comfortable. There's no underwire or buckles, but it's still really supportive. I really love it because it's seamless, and I wear a lot of tight tops, especially turtlenecks in the winter, and you can't really see anything through it, so it is amazing. And then I also picked up 2 of their white silk pillowcases, which we all know are amazing for your skin and your hair. It's made my hair so much silkier and softer. It's amazing for your skin because it's naturally hypoallergenic, so it's just an amazing beauty tip to get some silk pillowcases. So if you want to try out anything that I showed in this video or just browse through their website, don't forget to use the code Nika20 so you can get 20% off and save some money. And thank you so much to LILYSILK for sponsoring. And now let's get into all the tips and tricks. First thing we need to do is figure out what about your style is already working so that we have kind of a foundation, a lane, and then we can just expand on that and make that amazing and beautiful. So our metric for this is going to be confidence. So we're going to be focusing on those styles, those pieces, outfits that when you walk out the door or when you walk into a room, you feel and look amazing. Those are the pieces that make you feel the most confident. So the first thing you can try out is go through your closet, find those pieces and outfits that are already working, that you feel amazing and confident in. And then you're going to put all of those into a mood board. So you can have them all in one place and you can have a very good picture and kind of foundation of your style that you already have. So if you take a lot of pictures of your outfits, you can just gather them, whether that's on Instagram, camera roll, whatever, put them all into a mood board. If you don't have that, you can just take pictures of you wearing those items in the mirror. They don't have to be amazing. We just want to get all the pieces in one place. And if you hate taking pictures of yourself, you can just find very similar pieces online, Pinterest, clothing stores, wherever, and just save the photos, put them on a mood board. You can use Canva to make your mood board. You can print them out, put them on a poster, whatever floats your boat. The point is that we want to have all of this in one place so we can very visually see what is working, and that will give you a very clear idea of what your style already is, and then we can just expand on that lane and make you look incredible. The next thing you can try out is a 3-word style system, exercise, I don't know what to call it. It's very, very popular, so you might have heard of it before. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna either look at this mood board if you made one. If not, you can just go through your closet, look at the pieces and the outfits that you love and feel confident in, and then you're gonna come up with 3 words to describe your style. So I'm gonna have some words on the screen. I found this on Pinterest, so you can find other ones if you need more ideas. So the goal here is that you have 3 words to describe your style. So maybe that's flowy, airy, and fun, or maybe it's casual, classic, and timeless. So just whatever feels right. Just kind of pay attention to the colors, to the textures, the overall vibe. Do you like things that are more loud, colorful, patterns? Do you like things that are more minimal? Are these pieces more casual? Are they more elegant? Do you like glitter? Do you like linen? Do you like things that are very florally, romantic, furry? Do you like things that are sharp, elegant, black? You know, just get kind of an idea of the vibe, and that will help you to figure out your 3 words. The third step is we're going to use a little bit of our imagination, and you're going to pretend that you're exactly the same person, you have exactly the same lifestyle, everything. But let's imagine someone gives you an unlimited amount of money to spend on clothes for your entire life. So this is not limited at all. What type of clothes would you be wearing then? So let's say my 3 words are airy, timeless, and comfortable. So let's say, wouldn't spend a lot of money on labeled things or really extravagant pieces like furs or things with sequins. I would want things to be like toned down, but amazing, beautiful materials, soft things, really good quality. And then I would get even more specific. So let's say I would want to invest my money in like one really long, luxurious, but like minimal, effortless looking coat. Then let's say I would want to invest my money into some really nicely made like wide leg pants that look super casual, but effortlessly put together. I would want to invest some money into like straight leg, but flattering jeans that are really high quality. You know, just get super, super specific so you can see what your elevated, like kind of dream style would look like. Okay, we've covered a lot. Now let's look at your actual features, your body shape, your coloring, everything, so we can figure out what actually works for you. I'm a firm believer that everyone can look beautiful and put together if you know and understand what you're working with. So if I tried to look like Kim Kardashian right now, it would be probably the fail of the century. I would probably look like a clown, not because she is not gorgeous and beautiful, but because we look completely different. So if you want to find some inspiration, if it's hard for you to see what works for you and you need examples, then find people who look similar to you. Find celebrities, friends, whoever, who have a similar body, a similar shape, or have like similar coloring, for example, and then figure out what you think looks good on them. So again, if I look to Kim Kardashian for my inspiration of what will look flattering on me, I will probably fail miserably because again, we look completely different. And then if I look at Elle Fanning, let's say, you guys seem to think I look like her. Let's say I look at her and I look at what I think looks beautiful and amazing on her and accentuates her features, and then try to replicate that. That's going to work so much better on me. I'm a firm believer that when you start to really accentuate your features and work with your body, work with how you naturally look instead of against it, that's when you really start to shine. And of course, it's your body, it's your life, you can do whatever you want with it. But I know that for me personally, when I stopped focusing on what I wish I looked like and I just started accentuating how I actually do look like, I started to feel so much better about myself and feel so much more confident, and I definitely think I look way better, okay? So again, we're working with your features, not against them. I think everyone can look beautiful and put together. You just need to figure out what works on you. A few things that can help you here. The first one is Kibbe body type systems. So what it is, it's a pretty like comprehensive system to figure out what your body shape is. And then there's so many recommendations of what looks amazing and super flattering on you. And then you can either follow that through and through if you want to. You can use it as a guiding light, whatever works for you. So this is kind of the system. So these are all the Kibbe body types. So if you look at this chart, there's some limitation for height, so that can help you figure out your specific type. If you look at the ones that are more on the left, you can see that they're more sharp, like their bones look more sharp. They have usually more broad shoulders. And then if you look at the ones that are more on the right, they're more soft. That doesn't mean overweight. That's not what I'm saying. It's just their features are more soft. So the right side is more feminine, more soft, and then the left side is more masculine features, more sharp, more kind of strong looking. And then the middle is more kind of like a mix of both. So for example, flamboyant naturals are really tall. We also look long, okay? I have very long arms, very long legs. Like I just look overall long, okay? And we're more on the masculine side. So for example, my shoulders are pretty broad compared to the rest of my body. So an outfit, for example, that works on me, that works for flamboyant naturals, but might be a disaster on a different body type. It's like long, straight leg pants that are not super structured, have some like movement to them, some flow, and then like an oversized sweater. There's no cinching at the waist, it just goes down. And that looks amazing on flamboyant naturals, and it looks not so good in a lot of different types because it accentuates the wrong things. And for flamboyant naturals, it accentuates the right things. So that is kind of like an example. I'm honestly not an expert at this. So again, I'll have the links to people who can really help you figure this out. And then once you know your type, they can help you figure out what works for you and what doesn't. Another thing that can really help you to figure out your style and what works on you, and also what kind of makeup suits you, what kind of hair color suit you, is to figure out your color season. So this was super popular on TikTok, so you might have seen it already. So you can figure out what season you are. So you can be a summer, a spring, a winter, or an autumn. And then they're sectioned off further. So you can be like a soft summer or a cool winter. What season you are really depends on your undertone. So whether you're warm undertone or cool. It also depends on your contrast, for example. So I have a very low contrast. So my features kind of blend in with each other. Nothing like stands out. If I, for example, was super pale, I had like bright green eyes, and then my hair was dark black, that would mean I'm high contrast. Like if you put it in black and white, it looks like the contrast is on, okay? So those are some of like the metrics. And then once you figure out your season, and you can only figure out like I'm a summer, for example, you don't have to go further if it's too complicated. Even just figuring that out will give you like a color palette of colors that work on you. And then you can play around with those, introduce them more into your closet. And a lot of the time you already have those pieces in your closet, because a lot of us see when we look at ourselves like what looks good and what makes us glow and shine and what doesn't. You know, like I've always known that like earthy tones look awful on me. Like it makes me look dead, it makes me look sick, it does not work. I know I look good with like lighter things, especially bluish and grayish tones, and it makes sense because I'm one of the summer seasons. So that is kind of like the gist of it. But again, I'll have some resources down below that can help you figure it out. There's also lots of content about this on TikTok. You can also pay someone to tell you what color season you are. So there's lots of options. But I think even if you just figure out which of the 4 main seasons you are, like that's already super helpful. You don't need to go all out and figure out you're like a soft summer instead of a cool summer. It's advanced, and also a lot of the time it's not really necessary. So if you just figure out your main season, which is fairly easy, that can already help you so much. And then that can also help you to find those celebrities, you know? So if you figure out you're a Kibbe flamboyant natural, you can research celebrities that are flamboyant naturals. Or when you figure out you're a soft summer or just a summer, you can research which celebrities are summers also. And there's, again, lots of this online on TikTok. And then you can look at those celebrities, see what you like on them, what you don't like, what you think works, what doesn't. And then you kind of follow those parameters and play around with the clothes that you already have, and really start to understand what works and what doesn't, and get inspiration from the right source. So we can, again, work with your features, not against them. And now you can make a Pinterest board or any kind of mood board of your elevated style. So again, we're taking the initial style foundation that we already have and is working for us, and we're just elevating it with everything that we've now learned. So again, looking at celebrities, looking at our body shape, at our colors, and then you can just start to curate some pieces, some outfits that you're inspired by, that you want to try out. And you do not have to go out and spend so much money. It is not necessary. You can play around with the clothes you already have. Try different things, different combinations, different accessories. You can even do clothes swaps, so you can meet up with your friends, you all bring pieces you don't want anymore, and then you can swap them. And then when you do want to spend money on new clothes, you can make sure that they are the type of pieces that work on you. If just a mood board is not enough, you can think about your style like it's a box, right? This is Nika's style or Sarah's style or whatever. And then you're gonna write your rules. So these are kind of the guidelines. If you were to give this style to someone, they would know exactly what they need to do. So an example of my rules: I want all of my clothes to be comfortable. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm restricted in any way, like my clothes are scratchy or anything like that. If I feel uncomfortable, I do not feel good. So that is rule number one, let's say. I like to avoid showing off my shoulders because I think that makes me look more masculine. So I avoid kind of bandeau tops, off the shoulder things. So that is another rule. If I'm going out, then I have a rule that if I'm wearing a top that's more revealing, then my pants or my dress is gonna be more long. If I'm wearing a skirt that's a bit more short, then I'm gonna be more covered up here. Like, I just think that balances out my body really nicely and looks really elegant and put together. So that's another rule. I know that straight leg jeans and pants, especially the ones with a bit of movement, look the best on me. So that's another rule. I like to keep my colors very minimal and more bright. Another rule is I avoid those earthy, brownish, yellowish tones. Does not work on me. Just make it super clear so you know exactly what works for you, what doesn't. And if this takes a little bit of time and practice, trial and error to figure out, that's totally fine. You don't need to do all of this in one day. It did take me a while to figure it out, but now getting dressed is so much easier. I feel like I look like effortlessly put together all the time, even if I don't try, because I have pieces in my closet that work for me, that I know look good on me. And when I go out to buy clothes, I honestly very, very rarely buy something that I later regret. It almost never happens because I know exactly what works for me. Alrighty guys, my throat is dying. I feel like I need a long nap. So I really hope this was helpful. I hope you can try out some of these tips, and just remember that this is supposed to be fun and playful, and your style is such an amazing way to express your creativity. So just play around with it and do what makes you feel good and what makes you feel confident, what makes you feel like you shine and glow. That's the most important thing. Again, if you would like to stick around, I would love for you to subscribe and check out my social media if you want to see more of my personal life. And with all that said, I'm gonna go. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye!